question number 23, or exercise number 23, which matches, which example was it? 5, finding an inverse function graphically. So what it's talking about the inverse reflection principle. And what that means is that you can draw the inverse of a function if you reflect it across the y equals x line. The y equals x line is the, if I can draw it here, where every y and every x are the same. So if I make a point at 4, negative 4, right? X is negative 4, y is negative 4, and I draw it up diagonally through x equals positive 4, y equals positive 4. Every x and y value should be the same. Y is 3 here, and x is 3 here. Okay, that's the y equals x line, and reflected across there is how you get the inverse function. The first part of this asks if it's 1-to-1, and that's easy enough if we're looking at the blue curve. Let me switch my color here. I'll switch it to green. If we're looking at the blue curve, and we have a horizontal line, right? And we just talked about this. It's a 1-to-1 function if the horizontal line only hits the blue curve once for every y value that it is. And you can see if I grab this line and I move it up and down, it's only going to hit that blue curve once. It's kind of like the opposite of the vertical line test when we're doing 1-to-1 for inverses here. Alright, so let me erase that line. And let's talk about drawing this. So reflecting this blue curve, let's see if we can reflect it here. If it looks like 5, 3, then I'm going to go to 3, right? How we've been doing it, we're switching the x and the y values algebraically. You switch the x and the y values graphically too. So this point over here, right? Ooh, I'm going to switch my color to green so we don't have 2 red things. This point here is x is 5, y is 3. So I'm going to start at x is 3, y is 5, about here, right? And I can keep doing points like this. This point on the graph looks like x is a little bit more than 2, and y is a little bit more than 2, a little bit more. So actually that's going to be the same one, right? So I'm going to draw it from here to here. And then if you can see, I'm just drawing this curve as if I were folding a piece of paper along that red y equals x line there and out. Now it looks pretty terrible, but if you have a pencil and a piece of paper, it's not too hard to sketch that inverse. So the inverse is going to be the green line here, which is a reflection of the blue curve across the red line, which is y equals